Welcome to Reuters Events Pharma USA 2025. Well, with me this afternoon is Eric Peacock from Swoop, and we're going to be very excited here to be talking about his role now as Chief Patient Officer at Swoop. And I'm just going to dive in straight away, Eric, to congratulate you on your new position and just tell us a bit more about the role and how you intend to empower individuals to take control of their health journey.
Yeah, you bet. Well, Jonathan, thank you for having me here. So in the role of Chief Patient Officer, the job basically is twofold. One, let's make sure we take all of the tools at our disposal. This means predictive capabilities from using claims data and social determinants of health data to identify patients who maybe are underserved, underdiagnosed, likely to stop taking their therapy. And how do we use that to engage those people and educate them directly? The whole idea here is when you personalize the offering to patients, you should be able to improve outcomes. So that's the big part of the job. And then the second part of it is to communicate that, to let people know in the industry how you can empower patients directly. With all this technology we use to, empower pharmaceutical companies, it turns out it's super helpful for patients as well.
Now, you're really tuned into the conversations and the needs of patients. What do you think are going to be the trends and technologies that will have a real impact on patient engagement in healthcare marketing in the years to come?
Yeah, I think it's two things, AI and then predictive modeling. And they are different, right? So the idea is that if I can use data to predict who is likely to stop taking a drug in the next 90 days, and we can do that really effectively, like with 90% accuracy. It's kind of unusual that that's possible, but using, certain demographic data, move data, new job data, stuff like that, you can predict this. And then you can reach out proactively to those people and let them know what their options are to stay on therapy. So on that point, we've surveyed thousands and thousands of patients. There are 30 million patients who come to the patient communities of MyHealthTeam, which is part of Swoop. And 80% of them don't know about copay assistance. 80%. And when you tell them about copay assistance, they assume it's not for them. They assume it's only for the poor or the destitute, when in fact it's not. If you have commercial insurance in the United States, you can get copay assistance. So there's some very simple things you can do by going direct to the patient and empowering them with this type of information.
Right. Now, as co-founder of MyHealthTeam, you were instrumental in the creation of 60 condition-specific patient communities. So what challenges will you be able to address now that MyHealthTeam is part of Swoop?
Yeah, I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now. As you said, for the past 13 years, I've been focused on building these patient communities. We've got 30 million patients coming into our different social networks, like my MS Team is a patient network for people with multiple sclerosis. And 1 out of 7 MS patients in America is on that platform. And we've done that in 60 other conditions. And our goal has always been to help patients see around the next corner, right? What's coming next? How do I prepare? If you ask patients across different chronic conditions, what do they want to know? It's what else can I be doing? Which is totally reasonable, right? Or if you're taking care of, you're a caregiver of somebody with a chronic condition, you want to know the same thing. How can I best prepare for this? The way we've been doing that in the past is we introduce you to other patients who've been in your shoes before. And that's really important. When you learn from a network of other people who've been through this, they can give you the life hacks, like how to get insurance to pay for this drug, how do you inject it in a way that doesn't hurt, that type of thing. But we also introduce them to medically approved content, like really specific articles about symptoms you might be experiencing and how to deal with that. That's been great. But now being part of Swoop, we have access to all of this data and predictive capability. So you can do things like predict and identify patients who likely have a disease but haven't seen the right doctor to get diagnosed. And we can reach out to them directly. We can bring them into a safe environment on MyHealthTeam where they're educated about what that disease is, how to talk about it, and how to go advocate for themselves and find the right doctor to get a diagnosis.
Fabulous. Eric Peacock, thank you so much from Swoop. That's been a really stimulating and interesting discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks.